All right, so let's start on our feet. We're going to start standing up. We'll just take a bit of a wide stance. This is not a squat stance. This is just a wide stance with a softness in the knees. And we'll take a big sweeping inhale, big circular action. Catch something invisible at the top and then bring yourself into a soft squat, hands in the center. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Deepen the breath as you start to connect through the feet to the earth. From the earth through the feet. Allow a two-way channel to appear from the body to the earth, from the earth through the body. As though you're having a conversation, earth body, body earth. Starting to connect with the motherland. And then let's reset. It's mostly for our attention. Reach up, inhale. Share out like a fountain, exhale, and let's go in again. So scooping and gathering your attention, coming right into the center, having this beautiful conversation or opening the channel, the conversation between your body and the earth. Feel the connection. It has been here in the everlands of your experience, becoming earth body. So there's not earth and body, there's no and, there's an indivisibility. You are connected and we're noticing, we're feeling, we're sensing, coming home. Let's reset, inhale, reach up, and then exhale, share out, and again, scoop and gather, gathering your attention, allowing the connection to be felt, sensed, met. And this is just meeting the experience that your body's always having, meeting that with your attention. The body knows the earth, the body has always known. So we're letting the attention catch up, feeling the earth body. Deep and slow breath. Let's reset, inhale, reach up. Shut out, scoop and gather. We're gathering our focus. All right, feeling the earth, feeling the body, feeling that natural connection, the ever-presence of the earth body. And allowing the experience of mind, spacious and free, the experience of your mindedness, your awareness. Allow the awareness to be spacious and free as though it can fill the sky. You're filled from the earth. You can feel that you are the earth. The earth is an extension of you. You are an extension of the earth. You can feel the whole earth's presence through your bones. And the big open blue sky mind. We're suddenly attending what the body already knows. And then we'll reset. We'll just go in once more. Reach up. And share out, and then scoop and gather, the gathering of your attention, your ability to focus and feel and inhabit, embody the connection, the earth, body, mind. You can feel the whole earth. You can feel her in your bones, in your cells, in your skin. Open blue sky mind, this spacious awareness, and you experience both. From the dense to the subtle. Here you are in the flow of this experience. You can feel the power here. You have the power of the earth. You have the wisdom of the earth in your bones. You have the spaciousness of the sky as your mind. And then inhale, reach up, and share that out. Okay, we'll just heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Just give ourselves a little shimmer and a shake, a little shrug and a shake. Flick and kick. All right, we're going to be moving and breathing from a warrior two. So widen your feet, toes of the right foot are out, hands are palms up. Moving and breathing from a warrior two, we're going to lift up on an inhale, lift energy up from the earth to the fingers, and then ground the energy back to the earth. You're on energy weaver. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down, as though your hands are maneuvering the energy. Inhale, it reaches up from the feet to the fingers. Exhale, ground the energy. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, ground. Up. Ground. We'll stay in warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. You can gaze along to your right fingernails. Inhale, 2. Spread your fingers, lengthen the arms. Inhale, 3. So elbow down to side angle. We'll move and breathe from side angle to reverse warrior now. So we're settled in for a moment. Take a full inhale and exhale here. Inhale and exhale. Starting to move now. Inhale, reach up. Right hand reaches to the sky. Exhale, cartwheeling back down, elbow onto the knee. That's it. We'll just continue in our own time, in our own breath cycle. And this is about side body space. This is about mobility in spine and ribs. Going gently. If you're protecting injury, just go gently. Not flinging yourself around, floating yourself through space. And so let's stop leaning on anything. Let's stop touching the hands on anything. Spin the arms around in a circle. And then it's not touching the elbow onto the knee. So big circle with the arms spinning around behind you. And then in front of you. That's it. The arms are doing a big circular action behind you for the reverse warrior, and then in front of you for the side angle. Let's do that a few times. You're weaving energy as you move your arms, as you stay present and embodied, weaving the energy of the earth and the sky. All right, let's stay with the elbow onto the knee now. We'll just take a moment to settle in for this side stretch. Take big, deep breaths. Feel the ground below you, through you. And then inhale, coming up and over to the left side warrior 2. For the moving and the breathing, the palms are open, facing up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, grounding the energy. Energy weaving today. Inhale, reaching up, earth energy to the sky. Exhale, ground it again. Reaching up, you can feel the pranic shift. As you move and breathe, energy weavers as we are, moving and breathing. And even if this movement wasn't so dramatic, just movement of the hands would be enough to weave this pranic field. Moving and breathing, inheriting the wisdom of the earth, the energy from the earth, the power, the intelligence. 1 more. We'll stay 3 breaths, warrior 2. Inhale, 1. Exhale. 2, spread fingers, lengthen arms. Exhale. 3. Coming down into the side angle, the left elbow comes down, the right arm comes up. So we'll touch in the first few. We're just going to reset the breath. So inhale and exhale here. Exhale. Okay, inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand comes around the back, left hand to the sky, and then elbow onto the knee, reaching up and over. So we're touching just for the initial few between the reverse warrior and then the side angle, moving at your own pace. You're dancing your breath, moving at the intensity that is productive and skillful. And then we're going to now stop touching. So we're not touching anything, we're just weaving a big kind of, it's like a whirlwind, goes behind you on the reverse warrior and then in front of you in the side angle. Big spin of a wheel. There's a kind of a spiralic energy weave in front and then behind you. You're spinning a big wheel of energy as you move and breathe. You're just going in your own fashion, in your own style. There's no rule here. Moving and breathing, weaving the energy. Okay, last one. The next time your elbow comes towards the knee, settle there for a moment. Side angle pose, couple of breaths. Feeling we've invited a bit of space in the mind, space across the surface of the tissues and between the bones. And let's come back up and out of this. Let's heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, and just give yourself a little flick and kick and a shake. Coming forwards and backwards now. So this will be a bit of a balance challenge when we come up off our heels, and then we're sweeping. So let's start lifting up. Lift the fingers as high as you can. You might do a little tap dance on your toes. Pause, pause, pause. You don't need to hold your breath. Trying to stay nice and still, as though you're floating your fingertips to the heavens. You're barely dangling onto the earth at the moment. One more breath in, big deep inhale, and then land on your heels, sweep the hands behind you, blow the air out. Inhale, reach up, pause. You don't have to pause on the breath, you're just pausing in space and time, but you're still breathing. Take a big sip of breath, flush, inhale, reach up, pause. Little tap dance is quite natural to do there. As though you're dangling from the heavens, barely touching the earth. Take a big sip of air, inhale. Flushed. Let's go up. Dangling from the heavens, little tap dance on the toes. And then you steady yourself if you can. Take a big sip of inhale. Flush. One more. Little tap dance until you steady yourself. Pause, pause, pause. Big sip of air. Flush. Okay, interlock the hands, stay in the forward fold. Let the hands come up towards the sky. Release your head and neck. If this doesn't feel good, you can bring your elbows onto your knees. You're in a floppy forward bend with a shoulder opener. Keep the breath nice and constant, not holding the breath. Smooth out your breathing. Last breath here. And then make your way back up to standing. Let the flush come down out of the face. All right, we're just going to experiment with the central channel. We're going to tip forwards and backwards a little bit. You can close your eyes, just rocking a little on your feet so that you can feel the sense of the center. You'll feel the center, and then you'll feel, I'm too far back. There's the center. I'm too far forwards. And so make this less dramatic. It's not a game. It's a sensing of the central channel, the Sushumna channel. We want to feel that channel all the way from the earth to the heavens or to the sky. So you're tipping too far forwards and too far backwards to detect when you are not too far forwards, nor are you too far backwards. Feeling the central channel and then going slightly off the central channel. Make it more subtle now, a tiny amount. You're just too far back. And you're just a tiny amount too far forwards. Find that you're lingering a little more in the central channel, and then you just a little minute amount of too far back. Central channel, the tiniest amount of too far forwards, but you can feel it. All right, linger in the central channel now as though the central channel is being held up from the earth, up through your feet, up through your ankles, knees, up through your hips, up through your pelvis, up through your spine, all the way up through your chest, throat, up through your head, up through the crown. As though you're a conversation between the earth and the sky, the earth and the sun. A channel of energy from the earth upwards to the sky, to the sun. As though there's a longing, the earth wants to touch the sun. Every sunflower knows it. You're a conversation between the earth and her sun. And we're going to enable this awareness of the central channel even as we move and breathe. We're going to do some sun salutations, but we're going to stay present to the central channel of energy that comes up through the feet, up through the crown. So you can open your eyes. It doesn't disturb your awareness of the central channel. Come to the front of your mat. You don't have to move like a robot. You can feel the central channel at all times. You don't have to be rigid. All right, sun salutations. We're doing the Ashtanga style of sun salutations. We're really wanting to sense the center of the feet, center of the ankles, center of the knees, center of the hips, center of the torso, all the way up through the center of the crown, center of the arms, all the way through the fingertips. You're going to open your eyes. Let's inhale, arms come up. Feel the energy lifting up through your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, draw that energy down as you bow. Inhale, half lift, back of the heart lifts to the sun, and then step or walk back, kissing the earth with your heart center. You can bend your knees if you need to. Into a lift of the heart and chin. face, cobra, exhale, down dog, 3 breaths. You can feel the connection through the earth, through your feet and hands, through your torso, through your arms and legs. You're feeling connected, you are connected, you're sensing. It's like sensing heaven on earth. It's heaven to be alive, to sense this vibrance, this aliveness that we know is fleeting, it doesn't last, it's a flow. But we're in the flow, we can feel it as we stay static, but there's a dynamic breath. You can feel the breath moving through you. Okay, on the next inhale, let's walk forwards. Inhale, half lift, walking forwards. You don't have to be careful when you're sensing this deeply. You can still move naturally. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, lift the earth energy to the sky. Inhale, lift up. And back to being a channel between the earth and the sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. This is a prayer of energy moving. Inhale, half lift. You're not needing to go too gently. You can move powerfully as you lower down onto the earth into a cobra. Exhale, down dog. So you can still move naturally, normally, but you are entirely present. You can feel the connection through the earth, through your bones. Create space between the bones. We've got these incredibly strong bodies, these earthbound bodies, earthly strength, amazing, spacious minds like the sky. On your next inhale, walking forwards into the half lift. Exhale, here's the bow. Draw energy from the earth to the sky. Inhale, lift up. And then in the channel between them. Let's keep going. In your own time, do a few more smooth movement. This is a prayerful ceremony. We're moving and weaving energy. You can feel perhaps there is energy moving as you move, as though you are filled with light, as though the sun's on the inside, and you are just weaving energy through space. Even as you stay in down dog, you can feel the energy moving through space, moving through you. On your next inhale, you might walk, step, or even jump forwards into the half lift. And exhale, bowing, starting to gather earth energy, lift it to the sky. Become the channel between them. One more round. Lifting earth energy to the sky, bringing it back to the earth, back of the heart to the sky, kissing the heart to the center of the earth, and then lifting heart and the face to the sky, and then staying for a while in the down dog. There's a bow, there's a surrender. This is a humble place. Humbly accepting the energy that moves through. Last breath here in the down dog. On your next inhale, walking, stepping or jumping forwards into the half lift. And then bow, earth energy to the sky, lift up. And then becoming the channel between them. Just standing for a moment, standing as radiant presence. You can turn your palms to face forwards. Open the chest, lift and broaden the collarbones. Lift the chin, lift the forehead, eyes are closed. Standing as radiant presence. Standing proudly here, the dignity of earth in your bones, the radiant sun shining from you. You've invited the sun to reside on the inside. She shines through you, standing as radiant presence, full of vitality, knowing, awareness. All right, coming into the sun salutation B next. So we'll come into the samasthiti here, where we're standing at the tops of the mats. We're going to do the chair pose first. Ready? Inhale, chair pose. And then the bow, bringing sky energy to the earth. Lifting back of the heart, half lift. Step, step. You can bend the elbows. Maybe you hover the heart just off the earth into a chaturanga or the floor, into an up dog or a cobra on the inhale. And then to the down dog. Let's lift the right foot up towards the sky. If I'm going too fast for you, don't let me rush you. Right foot steps forwards. Back foot comes a little bit closer. The back heel is lifted. Bend through the front knee. We're in a high lunge. Coming up into the high lunge. Spread your fingers. Charge the back leg. Feeling the brightness from the earth through your feet, both of them, through your legs, through your torso, through your fingertips. You're a channel, breathing. Feeling the vitality all the way from the earth to the sky. I'm going to tip the fingertips down to the earth now into the arrowhead, just tipping forwards just a little bit so you load the front leg. Determined to slow down and feel the depth of your own breathing. All right, we're energy weavers. Weave the energy back up to the sky, back down to the earth, hands down, foot back. You can bend the elbows or just stay in down dog. If you want to just wait in down dog, otherwise the vinyasa, chaturanga on the floor, up dog, down dog, lift the left foot up. Big step forwards with a high lunge, back foot a little bit closer maybe so you can feel that you're stable. Reaching to the sky with your fingers, bending through the front knee, charging through the back leg. Let's create space. Space in the hands, space in the chest, space in the back leg, space in the hips. Last breath here in this high lunge. And then the fingertips come down. We tip a little forwards, not too much. We're just tipping a little bit. Doesn't take much. Smooth out your breathing. You're still spacious. Notice that you are feeding the vitality. This is not depleting the vitality. You are replenishing the energy here. Last breath here. Exhale. Sweep the energy up to the sky. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, down to the earth. Ground the energy. Lower yourself towards the earth with your chest into an up dog or a cobra and into the down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. This is a humble place. This is a humble practice. Servants of the earth, we're her children. She speaks through us. We're the voice of the earth. We're the hands and the minds of the earth. On your next inhale, stepping, walking or jumping forwards into the half left. Exhale, bow. Bend the knees before you lift the hands, chair pose. And then Samastitihi. Let's just take radiant presence. You can turn your toes out, fingers spread, lift chest, lift chin. Close eyes. Feel the surge of energy from the earth to the sky. And drinking from the well of yourself, which is the earth. You don't have to follow all of the movements. Follow the principle of drinking from the well of yourself. It doesn't have to be that you catch all of the movements. You might stay in radiant presence, just this gesture, just this position. Or come back and meet yourself here. A surge of energy available. I'm going to go back in through Sun Salutation B if you feel that that's productive. Where at Samastitihi, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, a big bow into the half lift. Lift the back of the heart to the sky. Stepping, walking, bowing down, all the way down, chest to the floor, maybe into a cobra or an up dog, and then to the down dog. Lifting the right foot up, we're going to warrior 1. Right foot in between the hands, back heel can come down this time, bend through the front knee. Warrior 1, back heel grounds. Lift the hands, ground through the back heel. Going from warrior 1 to the humble warrior, you can use this just for the shoulder opening. Sweep the hands behind you, interlock the hands, pull them backwards, and then bow down. You might bow down so your shoulder meets the right knee. The head might meet the floor. You might go all the way down into head meeting the floor. Don't push it. Don't go so low that you feel it's not productive anymore. Just lift the hands off the back of the body perhaps. That might be your focus point. Smooth out your breathing. Humble warrior. Last breath here. Okay, sweep your hands back up to the sky, lift the energy upwards, and then ground the energy. Hands down, foot back, bend the elbows, smooth movement all the way down to chaturanga, into the up dog or the cobra, into the down dog. Lifting the left foot up, big step forwards for warrior one. Back heel is grounded in warrior one. That's it. Spread your fingers, ground through the back heel. Smooth breathing, a powerful focus. When our focus is zoned, we are indeed powerful. These incredibly powerful minds. Take the hands behind you. Humble warrior, you can just use this as the shoulder opener. You could just stay up if you want to. Otherwise, bowing down. Smooth out your breathing. And inhale, lift all the way up, lift the earth energy to the sky, and then grounding the earth energy down, connecting all the way down to the planet, into an up dog or a cobra. Let's go into a child's pose just to rest mostly the mind. Listening to instructions takes effort. We just want to rest the mind. Smooth out your breathing. You can maintain that smooth, slow breath in the child's pose. Okay, let's finish the sun salutation so we can get on to the next. Coming into a down dog. 3 breaths down dog. Spread your fingers, nice bright limbs, bright hands, bright feet, bright mind. Slow, deep breathing. On your next inhale, walking, stepping or jumping into the half lift, lift the back of the heart to the sun, and then folding down. This is a humble place into bent knees, lift hands, chair pose, samastitihi. Okay, last round. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folding, bowing, half lift, stepping or walking back, coming into chaturanga or the floor, into an up dog or a cobra, and then to the down dog. Lift the right foot up, up, up. Right foot steps forwards. This is where we grab the blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can bring your fingertips onto the floor. Otherwise, we're going to lift off the back leg. We're in warrior 3. You can take your hands and just leave them on the blocks. You're lifting your chest, you're lifting the back thigh. Otherwise, maybe one finger on each block. Otherwise, hands can come back. You can bring your hands into the chest. Namaste with your hands, Anjali Mudra, hands can meet each other. Keep lifting the chest, lift the back thigh. You don't have to straighten the right knee. 2 more breaths. Generating power and heat, you're an alchemist. Last breath here. Fingertips onto the bricks, whole hand, back foot lands. Bring the blocks out of the way through the vinyasa, hands down, foot back. Bend the elbows, lowering to the earth, into an up dog or a cobra. Into the down dog. Okay, lift the left foot up, left foot steps forwards, grab the bricks, tip them to the tall edge, warrior 3. So maneuver your back foot off the floor. You can keep the hands resting on the blocks. Just lift the chest a little bit, lift the back thigh, otherwise just one finger. Maybe the hands come back, maybe they come into the center. Only going so far as it's productive. You can feel when it's too much, you don't have to go too far. Smooth out your energy, smooth out your breathing. Take the drama away. Last breath here. Well done. Bring the hands down, foot down, move the bricks, come through the vinyasa, walking back, plank, chaturanga or the floor, up dog or cobra, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. 2. 3. Step, walk or jump forwards into the half lift. Exhale, bow. Bend knees, lift hands, chair. Samastitihi, just into radiant presence. So spread the fingers, lift the chest, lift the chin. Taking lots of space, smooth breathing. All right, we've had some fairly powerful lines. We're just going to spin. So that we're like in a washing machine cycle. We want to spin so that we free the collarbones, free the shoulder blades, free the ribs, muscles around the spine. Only going so deeply into this because it feels good. You can do a very small version of this if you prefer. We're also kind of freaking out the vestibular system on purpose. All right, now that we are a little bit dizzy, we're going to go into a balancing pose. And so take the right heel and see if you can lift it either onto your calf muscle or all the way up. We're going into tree pose. Take radiant presence, so spread your fingers, lift the chest, lift the chin. You're looking up slightly in the tree pose, determined to feel balanced. Feeling the central line of energy all the way through the earth, through your foot, through the straight leg. And if you fall, you just get back up again. If it's too hard to look up, you can just look down at an unmoving object on the floor. Okay, well done. Settle back down on 2 feet. Just kick and shake that out a little bit. We're going to the other side. So ground through the right foot. The left foot can come onto the calf or all the way up onto the thigh. And then spread fingers, open the collarbones, lift the chest a little, lift the chin. Feel the energy coming through the earth, through your right foot, all the way up through that leg, all the way into the limbs. You're replenishing the energy. We're drinking from earth energy right into our own cells. Last breath here. Well done. Release from that. Just give yourself a little flick and kick. We're going into a wide-legged forward fold. So take the feet not too wide. There's about a meter, maybe more, between the feet. Wide-legged forward fold. Take a little lift in the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Tip forwards. Hold the ankles for the first round. You can bend the elbows a little bit. The crown of the head coming towards the floor. You can close your eyes as long as you don't feel as though you get dizzy. You can keep your eyes open if you feel like you're tipping forwards. Smooth out your breathing. Of course, there's pressure in the face, but release completely in the neck. Smooth out your breathing. As though somebody else does it for you. Inhale, spring back up. And then take the hands onto the hips, toes face out, bend the knees. Interlock the hands, lift them up towards the sky. Anchor into the earth, but you're still reaching for the heavens. You can close your eyes, perhaps a couple of breaths. Powerful energy moving through you. As though the body is a portal for energy. As strong as the earth, as open as the sky. We'll open our eyes, come out of that position. Toes move forwards against the square out the feet. The next forward fold is interlocked hands behind. You're opening the front chest. That's it. Inhale here. Exhale, tip forwards. Lift the hands up towards the sky. You might feel there's all kinds of internal movement. You might be affecting the internal movement through your organs, your digestion system, through your nervous system, definitely through the lymph, all of the fluid body, through the blood, through the connective tissue, as well as through the earth, through the sky. Last breath here. As though somebody else lifts you. Inhale, spring up. And then turn the toes out, knees out. We're going to spin a wheel behind us. So up and around behind you, spinning the arms as though you're weaving a big circle of energy behind you, a big whirlpool of energy behind you, stirring any stagnant energy that you have perhaps forgotten or abandoned in yourself, stirring the energy behind you. Weaving the energy skillfully at the back, the energy weaver within you, lifting out of anything that is dormant, inert, anything that needs to be a bit tickled open, tickling open, your spirit, your vitality, your faith, your focus. Okay, last forward fold. Just take the hands onto the hips, lengthen the legs, turn the toes. We're going to take our hands onto the earth now. So fold forwards, take the hands down. If you can't reach the earth, widen your feet until you can. So your feet are as wide as they need to be to plant the hands on the earth. We're going to take a twist now. So bring the right hand in the middle, so between the hands, in the middle of your face, so just underneath your nose, and then lift the left hand to the sky. You can look up if it's comfortable in the neck. 3 breaths here. Inhale, 1. Exhale. You can even take that top hand around the back. You can maybe hook it onto the opposite thigh. You can reach around and maybe even take it to the opposite thigh. If that doesn't work, just keep reaching to the sun, reaching out and up to the fingertips. Smooth out your breathing. Last breath here. Wide-legged forward fold with a twist. Taking the left hand down now into the center. Lift the right hand up. Spin the lungs. You can square out through the pelvis. Don't go so aggressively towards this one. This one can be nice and soft. It does not need to be pushy. The right hand, the top hand, can reach behind perhaps all the way across to the opposite thigh. And if it doesn't work out, you just reach back to the sky with the right fingers. Last breath here. And then coming back. Just take the hands back to the planet. Ground your feet so you've got the energy back into the legs. And then hands back to the hips. Lift back up. Well done. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Just give yourself a little flick and kick. We're going to do one sun salutation just to get to the earth. We're going to be doing some seated positions now. So we'll just do a sun salutation so that we can sit down. You're at Samasthiti, and you are an earth magical energy weaver. Gain that sense of presence that you are a channel. And then lift the earth energy to the sky. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, ground the energy back to the earth. Inhale, back of the heart lifts to the sky. Step, step, kiss the earth with your heart into a lift of the heart and the face and the chest. Exhale to the down dog. Just pause a moment. It'll feel good perhaps to be back into this humble bowing place. It's a gesture of humility. Our practice has epic proportion if we want it to. It's a choice. It can be a prayer. It can be merely exercise as well. It's your choice. Everything can be a miracle or just simply ordinary. It's your choice. You can live as an extraordinary miracle, moment by moment. It's a choice. All right, bring the knees to the mat, and we'll just pause a moment. Give yourself a little wiggle through the spine. All right, we're taking ourselves, feet going to the left of the mat, and then we're going to sit back behind the right heel. So the feet have gone to the left, the feet are to the left, and you're sitting behind you. That's it. So we're sitting nice and tall. We're going to, so it's almost like sitting as though you've got a tight skirt on. You're at a picnic and you're sitting like a lady at a picnic with a tight skirt on. Bharavadrasana. This is a twisted position. So if you need a block underneath your seat, you can take a block. Okay, we're spinning the lungs to the right. Take the left hand to the right knee. Anchor it there and breathe. So you've got this little bit of side kink in the pelvis with a twist. Anchoring down through your hands, nice and long through the spine. Deepen the breath. Monitoring, am I going too far? Am I doing too much? Can I create more space? And then come into the center. We're now going to cross, this top leg is the left leg. We're going to cross it over the right leg. And we're going to spin the other direction. So now it's a hook and twist. Now it's Ardha Matsyendrasana. So the left knee is the one that's closest to you. Hug the knee and spin the lungs. We're spinning to the other side, so we're taking the other side twist. Smooth out your breathing. You feel the anchor of the body to the earth, the open blue sky mind, open awareness. Come back through, so take that top foot, come back through hands and knees. Bring the feet to the right side and then sit. So the feet are to the right side now. And then the right hand comes across, so we spin to the left, turn the chest to the left. That's it. You can anchor through the back hand, if you can touch the floor with the back hand. So Bharavadrasan, there's 2 twists in this little sequence. We go from Bharavadrasan into Ardha Matsyendrasan. Last breath here. And then soften to the front. The top leg hooks over the bottom knee. And then we spin in the other direction. So now we've got an additional hip challenge in this seated position, Ardha Matsyendrasan. Breathe deep and slow. We're anchored yet bright. Even very small versions of these positions might be productive today. Even if we're just sitting on the edge of our beds and breathing deeply, focused, present, attending the event that's the present. This is the gift, the right here, right now. This is it. This is the gift. Come back. Unhook that top leg, come back through hands and knees. Let's go through a down dog. Again, we'll just give ourselves a little wiggle out. Let's come to inversion o'clock. So the most basic inversion might be a dolphin pose, elbows down, lifted knees. So you're putting the power triangle on the floor. If you want any other inversion, you might have a wall or a couch nearby. You can walk up the wall. You can do any inversion that you like. You can do a shoulder stand or a headstand or a handstand. So inversion could be anything. If you don't feel that you're in the mood for the inversion, you can lie back down onto the floor and just take a moment of peace. Otherwise, we might be loading up through the shoulders, getting accustomed to the pressure that comes through the sinus passages and into the eyes and the brain, adapting. We're constantly adapting. We're just careful to that which we adapt to. Let's adapt to power, bright minds. Let's adapt to faith and focus, freedom. Come into the last few moments of your inversion, whatever you've chosen. And then we'll all go knees onto the ground. Just soften into a child's pose to surrender out of that. If you've been in an active inversion that has involved weight bearing through your shoulders, just soften the shoulders. We'll meet in lying on our backs, but we've got a couple of bricks coming with us. If you don't have bricks, you can use a cushion underneath your pelvis, going into Viparita Karani. So we've got 2 blocks underneath the sacrum. We're going into this inversion where we float the feet up towards the sky. So there's a back bend with some hip flexion here. This is not a shoulder stand. We're not trying to get to shoulder stand. You've got a bit of a chest opening, you can push into the arms. Lengthen the legs if it feels good, possible, if it feels productive. You can play around with your legs once you're in the position and the pelvis is nice and secured on the blocks. You can play around with your legs if you'd like. You can do things like opening and closing the legs. So in your own time, play around with your own inversion with your legs. The hips are nice and free here. We're taking advantage of the freedom in the hips to play around with the legs. This practice play is a conversation, you and your legs, you and your hips. These are the earth's hips. This is an earth body, playing with the earth. playing respectfully, playing with a sense of awe and wonder, gratitude, humility. That'll be the last 3 or 4 breaths in this position. It might be that you're just settled. It might not be that you're moving or playing with your legs at all. You might be just allowing this kind of tipping position. So you've got the organs sitting upside down. You've got a bit of pressure in the face, hopefully not too much. Right, last little postural play from this position, last little movements in the legs before we go into lying just flat onto the floor. So when you come out, just 1 foot at a time, and then carefully lifting off the blocks. Just taking your time to lift off the blocks, just make sure your lower back and sacrum are ready for it. And then coming off the blocks onto the ground, you can now hold the knees, give yourself a little rock from side to side. So either a happy baby, so holding the feet out, or crossing the legs, threading your legs into a cross and holding the feet and bringing the feet towards the earth. So you're crossing the legs and bringing the feet towards the sky, towards the earth, or lifting the feet to the sky, holding the feet in happy baby. So crossing your legs or uncrossing your legs, it's up to you. If you're in happy baby, you can move your legs around, lengthening one leg at a time. It's kind of like a kicking happy baby, and happy babies kick. We know that. We were babies, we remember. If you've crossed your legs, cross them in the other direction. You're crossing the legs like you've got a tight skirt on again. Lots of wearing of tight skirts in this practice, and then bringing the feet towards the floor. So there's a really big, deep hip opener if you're crossing the legs. We're all going to meet in happy baby, so uncross your legs if you've got them crossed, holding the feet, knees towards the planet, and then the left foot comes back to the floor, and then maybe lengthening that left leg down. So you're in half happy baby now. The left leg is lengthened, you're holding the right foot. Hopefully it's not too much effort to hold that foot. Close your eyes, soften. Okay, switching legs, so bring the left foot back into the left hand, then the right foot comes onto the floor, and then lengthen through the right leg. Maybe, it might be too heavy, it might be that the knee stays bent. And then see if you can rest a little into this half happy baby position. Back into happy baby. We'll just give ourselves a little squeeze. Knees can tuck into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Bring the feet together, knees apart. Sutta Baddha Konasana, just letting yourself lie in a hip opener so the knees are apart, the hips are open. The hands can be resting out or resting onto your belly. Soften your face, emptying all of the energy from behind the eyebrows, behind the forehead. Let that energy empty. If you need to have a little bit of a rub with your fingertips over your forehead, over your eyebrows, smoothing, releasing all of that mental energy, just giving it over to the earth, letting the weight of your ideas, giving it back to the earth. It was her idea after all. Giving yourself back for a moment, surrendering, emptying out. It's like you're liquefying and melting back to the earth. If it doesn't feel comfy in the hips, you can lengthen the legs back down so you can flatten out if you'd like. Otherwise, just lingering here in the hip opener. As though you're liquefying, melting into a puddle on the ground. You might like to just rest here. It might be so sweet and so right to stay in this restful place, emptying out, liquefying, melting into the planet. You might prefer to sit up, so you can close your legs if your legs have been open. Just give yourself a little wiggle if you're going to sit up. It's up to you as to whether you stay lying down or you come into a seated position. It's whatever feels right. Whether you're lying down or sitting up, we're just meeting presence. Not asking for anything. Not asking any questions. Not demanding any change. Meeting presence as it is. Notice that the breathing is like a wave that moves all the way through. This is the rhythm of the earth moving through you, a pulse. Whether in relaxation or sitting up for meditation, it's entirely up to you, but you can feel that you are Earth's presence. Earth's presence saturated with awareness. You're aware all the way through, all the way in, all the way through all of the cells. This is awareness. You live, you are wakeful all the way through, all the way in. You can use this mantra as a lullaby. It could just be a wash of sound that comes through you like an energy wave. We're offering ourselves a kind of guardianship with this mantra, a protectorship, a guardianship, keeping yourself good company, protecting yourself, protecting your imagination, remembering your own radiance. The prayer to Green Tara, you just listen as like an energy wash through you, or join me because you might remember the melody, the words Om Tare, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Oh, beautiful Green Tara, please allow me to remember my radiance. Om Tare, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. 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 One more together. Om Tare, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Om Tare, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Tu Re Soha. Tu Re Soha. You can let that weave through you for the rest of the day, like a little wave of energy, weaving into the cells, reminding all of the cells of their own radiance, weaving your own awareness all the way through and all the way in. Remembering you are radiant presence. It's just who you are. You can rest, continue in your relaxation or your meditation, or whatever you do next. As radiant presence, you do what you do. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.